Hey again, everybody. I am recording this at the home state studio. Well, not really studio, but I brought my laptop with me, and I'm visiting home for a few days, and then I'll be going back to the campus, going back to the apartment on Tuesday. So I'm just out here for the weekend because I'm doing Thanksgiving back there. They're not here. So yeah, but yeah, so I drove a lot today to get back home, about 8 hours. And actually, I think it was more like 7. It was pretty clear. Roads were pretty clear. And while I was on the drive, I was listening to some podcasts, and in one of them, they were talking about a lot of self-improvement things, but they were talking about, especially when you are receiving criticism from other people, especially at the start of doing something new, and how to really succeed and have the continual discipline and those sparks of motivation, that you have to keep it within the mindset of it always being you versus you. And this is something that is I think, very important today. You look around, there's a lot of people, and their entire lives are online. Their entire lives are in their phone, or at least they think so. And with the generation that I'm in, I think there's a lot of that. There's a lot of self-centeredness around social media, and people put their value and their worth based off of how many likes they got on a post, or kind of this internet clout that they are chasing. And it's not healthy, and very obviously it's not healthy, and we've seen many reasons as to why it's not healthy. And so anyway, that's kind of a side topic, but kind of ties into this idea of you versus you, that the worst critic that you're ever going to have is yourself, and the biggest motivator you can ever have is also yourself. And because you're the one who moves the hand, you're the one who stands up, you're the one who takes the action, but you're also the one who can hold that action back. And so it's about, with these things, when you're trying something new and you're getting into a new thing and you're getting criticism, or even if you're in something that you've been in, and you're getting criticism, it can be hard, really hard to take sometimes. And I've certainly felt this through school, and also just through when you have a bad social interaction, then you kind of think like, man, maybe I'm not so good at talking to people, maybe I'm not so good at socializing, and so criticism can be really anything negative that makes you feel less about something, or you feel that you've done something wrong. And this you versus you mindset is the process of blocking out all of that. All of that is this criticism and these things that are outside of yourself. And the only thing that matters is what you are thinking of yourself, and what you do to continue to discipline yourself and motivate yourself moving forward. And so also on the drive, because I listened to a couple of podcasts, and they had mentioned also this idea of social media being, a thing that's kind of ruining these younger generations. And So I kind of want to talk on that more because it's becoming less and less common for people to naturally adapt this you versus you mindset, or the better than I was yesterday, or 1% better today mindset, because we live in an age of immediate entertainment, immediate satisfaction, and we don't have the patience for that anymore. And so because of this, because I'm a person who thinks very introspectively, and I feel like I'm one of the few people who actually in my generation that actually enjoys reading anymore, because I think a lot of people don't have the patience to do it now. And I love to read, and it's hard to see that there aren't as many people kind of taking that initiative and taking that step now. But I do see the people that are really stand out. And so that's kind of that's another goal that I have for myself with doing things like this YouTube channel. And I also have aspirations of being a writer, which is a very side thing. I have other goals too, but growing up, my parents were very good about like we didn't have any social media until we were at a certain age, which at the time I hated it. I was like, this is so stupid. All my friends have this. I want to fit in. So I hated it. But honestly, once I got there and once I was able to have social media, I was pretty underwhelmed, and I was kind of surprised at how popular it was, because for me, and this was more just a personal thing for me, because I didn't really care to share a whole lot, like even like I have an Instagram, and I rarely post on there, well, last year I posted quite a bit. I would just do random pictures, because I was kind of doing like a photography challenge for myself. But most people's Instagrams, it's full of all the most exciting things that they do, and for me, I would do fun stuff sometimes, but I was like, I don't know, I don't really care about posting this, like I just want to enjoy it. And because of that, I'm not very good at taking pictures either, which is something I probably should do more, because it's good to capture the memory of it. But and so because of this, I've never really been caught up in the kind of jealousy that comes from looking at other people's posts sometimes, because I more just think, well, I mean, very obviously this is a pick and choose of, I'm putting all the most exciting things to make my whole life look more exciting. And that's really what all of social media is. And so, there's a lot of negativity that can come from social media, and it becomes, you start to rewire your brain and start to think in a way when you spend too much time on it, and that comparison of yourself to other people. And it starts to, instead of it being you versus you, it's me versus all of these expectations and all of these goals and achievements of my friends, of my peers, of my classmates, of everybody else in the world. And you see like I'm 19, and I'll see posts of like, this 19-year-old just won some major thing, or is the first, there's like the youngest actor, something where it's like astounding that they're that young and that they did it. And I'll see those things sometimes, and I'm like, man, like maybe, like I start to compare myself to them, and I'm like, well, I should be doing more. There's so much more I could be doing. Instead of it being, okay, what did I do yesterday? Like what did I do yesterday? What did I do last week? What did I do a month ago? all right, let's do one thing better, or let's do better. Let's do something better, something more than what I did yesterday, what I did a week ago, what I did a month ago, what I did last year. And I've spoken on this idea in previous videos, but I really am trying to hammer this home in my mind of the Kaizen mentality of 1% better each day, and really trying to internalize that idea of, okay, what did I fall short on yesterday that I can make up for again today? How do you sand down all of these spikes in bad habits, spikes in poor routine or time management, or should I have done this homework assignment? Should I have worked out? Should I have done whatever? And I didn't do that yesterday. Let's do it today, And so this is something that is, it's a continual thing. It's a continual process, and it's something that you have to be very patient with yourself with. And know that nobody's perfect. Nobody is ever going to be perfect. And the goal isn't to be perfect. It's to be better. That's the entire purpose, is to be better. And the lack of a mindset of that I think exists today is something that can be bleak. And it can seem like nobody else really thinks this way. But I think there's a lot more people that think that way than what we think. They're afraid to talk about it, maybe, and it's hard to find those voices when they're drowned out by all this other negativity. But they're out there, and they are going through the same battle you are. They're going through the same battle against themselves, and that's what it is. It's you versus you. So take that and apply it into whatever aspect or whatever hardship that you're in, and think, how can I be better? So yeah, I had a long drive today and was listening to some podcasts, had that topic come up, and I was thinking about it, and it's important. And I'm hoping by doing things like this and kind of putting my voice out there too, that we can start to have an impact and make change happen. So get out there and be better than you were yesterday. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.